Well, actually, I've been designing clothes for this store for about 5-6 years now, and yeah, it's a great location, and I know these guys are like family, so it's really fun to do.
And how did you get your start?
Well, I just had kind of a burning desire, and no backer, no anything, so I literally just kind of started with a sewing machine on my kitchen table and started making clothes and bringing them around and showing them to people, and one thing led to another. And you make a little money, you pour it back into the business. And
what was your first big break?
My first big break was getting a really big order for a store on Madison Avenue, and they loved it, and we had a really great thing happen with them, and that was kind of it, and I've just been doing it ever since.
And what's a normal day for you, like from?
A normal day, I start at about 8:30 in the morning, and I end about sometimes 10:30 at night, depending.
So you actually go in there. Where's your offices? Are you
my studio's in Brooklyn.
Studios in Brooklyn, okay. And so you have how big is your team? Like, tell me just a bit about.
My team consists of mainly myself, and I have about 5 other people that I work with. So we're very small.
And how do you work? Like, when do you draw a storyboard? Like, when you focus your inspiration, for instance, what was your inspiration for the most recent collection?
The most recent collection was, I kept thinking, I was on vacation last summer, and I kept thinking, when I came back to the city, how I still wanted to sort of dress in sort of vacation clothes, even though I was back at work. And I kept thinking to myself, well, there has to be a way of making, very polished, lightweight clothes that kind of make you feel like you're on vacation when you are sort of have to work in the city type of thing. So, yeah, and it was the kind of inspiration, too. I was kind of thinking like a little sort of town and country. Like this would look great in the country, but you could totally wear it to the office, too. So things that required, that have dual purpose, Because I also think, too, with the economy and everything, people are looking for clothes that they can work in a lot of various ways in their wardrobe. They have to function and do a lot of things for them now. So, especially if you're going to, make an investment in something. And, so that was kind of the inspiration. It was just, how to feel sort of relaxed and breezy, but still be able to go to work and do all the things that you need to do in the city. And then, throw it in a bag and take it out to the country with you.
Absolutely.
You go. Or to the beach or wherever, So that was kind of the whole inspiration there.
Can you maybe show us a few?
Sure. Reminded me of an Italian painting from the Italian countryside.
Is it based on was there art in mind when you did this?
No, I was just really lucky. I found the textile. I fell madly in love with it, and it was kind of interesting because it wasn't something I would even go for. And I just thought, what? It's so beautiful. I have to do something with it.
So you just did.
And it was kind of for me at the time. I was kind of thinking it was a bit of a risk, because I hadn't really ever worked with a floral like this, and I put a few pieces of it together and started showing a few of my friends who are all women, and they were swooning, so I was just like, I'm on the right track with this. So that was good. And then this is definitely more of kind of big night out for cocktails kind of thing, but still in a light color, super springy, whatever. And then
you can change it too as well as
and then this was kind of more getting back to the country, but you can still totally dress this up. And it's also, again, really light, super light. Sort of, continuing the theme. But it's just like a super ultra feminine color. And this would look great too, after a day at the beach, for cocktails in the Hamptons or something. Yeah, exactly. And then we did the same dress in turquoise. And then this was something I was just sort of thinking about, a little shift dress that you could literally throw on over a bikini or put a belt and a great pair of heels with it, and it goes.
Polo.
Yeah, exactly. So this is kind of like Hamptons, but you could totally work it in the city too.
Absolutely.
So it was all about multitasking for the clothes. And then a lot of the stuff, there's a few. This is something that's brand new. This is a fall preview piece for next season. This is a totally simple dress, but all in sequins.
Really
and then it has this really great surprise, flash of color. And then this is from the spring collection as well. And this is just more, for the office type of thing.
Absolutely.
And it's super simple, and the textile is kind of makes a statement too. And then this is a really great piece too, which was I was thinking like just easy, light, beautiful, but
Belt
with
too, maybe?
you can totally belt it, yeah. And we did all the payettes. We sewed all of these on by hand.
Really?
Incredible.
Wow.
An incredible amount of work, but and it's great. It's like very kind of 60s. I was kind of thinking about Goldie Hawn a little bit when I was doing this.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah, and then this is another piece. This is definitely more of like
Oh, wow.
like a serious evening out type of dress.
This is Audrey Hepburn.
Very Audrey Hepburn, but like sexy because the back cuts down really low, and then you've got the surprise
To me,
lining.
Audrey Hepburn, sexy is great.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but in a really tasteful.
Exactly.
And then this.
Embodies, if you were going to have any
Well, I love
celebrity.
Anne Hathaway. She's amazing.
I could see
I
it.
think she's kind of like our Audrey Hepburn now.
Absolutely.
I love it. I love Sigorney Weaver. I always think that she's so amazing. She's amazingly beautiful. She's amazingly talented. She's not 20 years old, which I think is amazing. And it's kind of interesting. I think we live in this age-obsessed culture. So when I see women like Sigorney Weaver who like make huge, gigantic hit movies and always look amazing wherever they go. Kate Winslet, I love her. She always looks amazing, whatever she wears. But I don't know. I tend to sort of think about like women. I always think about like the New York woman who's working and has a really busy life. Okay.
So what I always ask is, what does So Fifth Avenue mean to you, or Fifth Avenue?
Fifth Avenue is like when I think of Fifth Avenue. It's like just this amazing place in New York where it's just there's a fantasy on every corner that you can just sort of go and dream, or you go and you buy it, whatever. But it's the heart of it's really like kind of one of the hearts of fashion in the world. It's like you have Fifth Avenue, and then you have very famous places in other countries but like we're known for Fifth Avenue, so but it's like the most New York thing, I think. It's like it means New York glamour, it means American glamour, and it's like just the embodiment of what's really beautiful in New York, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. I
Thank
really
you.
enjoyed my
Thank
time.
you. It was lovely meeting you.